It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and we've got the Dolphins' sure-handed tight end. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Dolphins and the Patriots, and it's all up next.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The regular season ends here. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Long road to get here, but now we are here. The season finale. Playoffs begin next Saturday, so it's time for one last regular season kickoff.
In Week 18, it could just be so tricky, can't it, Mike? I mean, on one side, you got teams that have the playoffs wrapped up. So Week 18, it's a chance potentially to rest some starters or maybe get them out of the game early and get geared up for next week and the start of the playoffs. You got some teams that are fighting for their lives. They need to win Week 18 or else their season's going to end. And then on the complete opposite side, you got guys making plans for the offseason, figuring out where they're going on vacation. Week 18 is a tricky thing around the league. A lot of division games, a lot of interesting matchups, and we're just wrapping up stage one of what is an unbelievable NFL season.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
Last week's performance, Mike, probably when you go back and look at it, the thing that stands out the most is just a little bit too inconsistent for their liking. I mean, he found a way to ultimately lead his team to a victory, and that's the biggest thing. But with that said, he has to do a better job of keeping the ball from getting into the wrong hands. He got too careless at times, and they made him pay for it. If he does that here today, he might not get so lucky.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's May. That's caught, left side, it's complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
First and 10. Now a give up the middle. Sliding off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, here's May. He'll go left side here and complete this one. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Patriots first down. Up the middle they go. Just a short pickup down inside the 30. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. From out of the gun, here's May. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone.
Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them. Early in this game, that's already 2 sacks allowed. A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game. Now they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. They put a receiver in motion to the left. To the air now on 1st and 10. And that one incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Throwing right, it's taken in. He's to the 15. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Dolphins. His 12th touchdown of the year. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Jason Sanders on for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Dolphins move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready now for their second drive. They trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing now is May. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They'll go play action. Oh, the blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down. To throw now, May. The pass rush gets home and he goes down.
If you can't protect the quarterback in the NFL, you might as well just throw your entire playbook in the garbage. Everything starts there. And with the amount this quarterback's been hit and taken down here in the first quarter, are we confident that we're going to be able to even see him in the game come the second?
That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
It seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is, and he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch, and even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
And the Patriots ready to kick it away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw, taken in, and he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through one. 7-3 is our score. And we're back to South Florida after this. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They bring a tight end in motion left. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll have the Dolphins first down. He gets it up past the 30 to the 32.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Right back to him on first down. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. To the right side here. Pass is caught. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive. But now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. You have a tight end motioning left here. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Try to pick this one up on the ground.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that is going to bring up fourth down. They send a receiver in motion left. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a Dolphins first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive. One of the tight ends in motion right. Now, faking the give. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down. He'll drop to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at a first and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Miami. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins extend their advantage to 14-3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Throwing is May. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. Here's a run going left. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's fourth down. Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. We'll take this in back at the 16. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Dolphins offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. As we enter the final weekend of the regular season, he's trying to hold on and capture the crown as the NFL leader in receiving yards. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Another catch from there. Numbers starting to stack up in this one. closing in on 100 yards, and we're still in the first half. A run now on second down. And he gets this up close to the first down. Mark him at the 32. Here's 3rd and 2. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Now May, his throw left side is complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Second down and 8. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Third and 5. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
The Patriots offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. Quickly to the outside and complete. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. Throw again is May. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Would have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down. He's up to the 45-yard line. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. Halftime here on this final weekend of the NFL regular season. As we head north to Orlando, we're going to join the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. The Bills trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Rome Odunze, a touchdown reception. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Garrett Wilson, up near 100 yards receiving with a touchdown as well. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. He's been the man that makes this offense go. Currently number 2 in the NFL in terms of receptions for a wideout. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's a handoff. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. Pick up there of 13. 1st down, Miami.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
They'll stay on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now this time they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he won't get much. Taken down at about the 12. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Take a look at his receiving numbers. So he has been terrific. Over 100 yards in this one. A run on 1st and goal. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. They'll go with him again. And this time he's in. Touchdown, Dolphins.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the 1st half has carried here after the break, and this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this 2nd half. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Patriots offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. On 2nd down, they run the counter. It's picked up by the Dolphins. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And a terrific play for the defense to come up with the score that, Greg, extends their lead and really hurts the offense's momentum.
Mike, it's hard enough in this league when you find yourself trailing in the second half to be able to battle yourself back and try to end up winning this game. But when you have turnovers like that, that not only then extend the lead, it just makes that even a taller task.
The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And this is where we stand. Final weekend of the regular season is upon us. And we'll know the brackets and the seedings for the postseason at the end of the night. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Throwing on second down, May. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Out of the gun, here's May. That's caught, left side, it's complete. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. Off the bootleg. Here's May. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be second and goal. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Dolphins offense and their running back set to go once more. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. They'll send a tight end in motion right. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a first down. Now a give on the ground. Up the sideline, past midfield. 2 nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. to throw. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Jonah Ellis, the one who got him down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete on what turns out to be the final play of this third quarter. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Miami. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. And he missed it. It's no good. One of the few things that's gone wrong so far.
Why is it so fast on my fucking kicker like that? Like, I hit it, and then it flies across the fucking screen. The kicking in this is so fucking bad.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if we get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. May gonna look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. On 2nd down, it's May. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's May.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard.
Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They face second down and 7. On the toss, they'll run. And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal coming up. He's out of bounds at the 2. A gain of 15 and a first down. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Touchdown, Dolphins. That his second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost. This close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out first down and 10. Throwing now is May. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions. And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
Here's first and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. He'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. They'll run it on the inside handoff. He'll get a couple of yards back, but it will be second and long. They'll stick with him again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. On third down, they'll try to get it on the ground. So on fourth down, the Dolphins turn to Jason Sanders for the field goal try. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
Here's May to throw it on first down. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Throwing on first and 10 is May.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove and There's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Here's May again. That's over the middle and intercepted. Well, they had a big hole to climb out of, and now it is even bigger. Greg, the defense was waiting for it, feasts on it, and they get to celebrate with a pick six.
Well, a very fitting way for this one to come to an end here, Mike. This has been a completely dominant defensive performance. This pick six here in the fourth quarter ends what has been a total runaway.
Sanders here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Dolphins stretch things out even further. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
May to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Open man, left side, he's got it. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. May to the air once more. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. May to throw again. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Throw again is May. He's got a man. That's complete. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
They've converted 2 3rd downs already on this drive, and here's 3rd and 4. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Dolphins offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And right about now, they might be thinking, are we sure we want an off week next week? They're going to head into the bye with momentum as they try to polish this one off. They'll run on second down. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a first down. Handoff here, up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. So a win here for the Dolphins. They finished the season on a high note. Now they'll have the week off as the #1 seed. Get back to it in 2 weeks for the divisional round of the playoffs. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.